Hey everyone, I'm BraydenGuy, and welcome to my first review, where I talk about games and give them a rating on a scale of 1 to 10. As you can probably see that I'm totally new to this YouTube thing. I'm not a professional YouTube gamer. I don't have, you can see I don't have posters or like, figurines and all that surrounding me with game shelves in the background. No, I'm not trying to be another PewDiePie or whatever video game reviewer that you watch on YouTube. I'm trying to be my own thing. If you've stopped watching this video by now, I completely understand. Also, just a heads up, I recorded my TV to get footage for this game. I recorded my TV with my iPad. It's very pitiful, I know. The quality's okay, but that's why in the future I'm going to only play games on my PS4 or my PC, so I can actually record them with legitimate software like OBS or something like that. Anyways, let's jump straight into this review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Tomb Raider reboot that came out not too long ago for Xbox 360 and PS3. It came out a few years ago, but not that long. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video. The game starts off with Lara Croft, the protagonist, on a ship headed to someplace we don't know yet, until one night a storm hits the ship and all heck breaks loose. Lara tries to escape to safety with the ship's captain, Roth. Unfortunately, she falls off the boat and wakes up on shore. She sees the rest of the ship's crew and tries to get them to notice her, before getting knocked out. She then wakes up, only to be hung upside down and covered in blood. So she decides to make a smart decision and catch herself on fire. Nice. She just survived a shipwreck and is already trying to kill herself. Perfect. Oh, yeah, and when she gets down, that happens right there. After we explore a little bit further, we learn about the first game mechanic. Besides torches and stuff. It's called Eagle Vision. Or no, wait, I'm sorry. Survival Instinct. Yeah, definitely not copied from Assassin's Creed. If you don't know what Eagle Vision is, it's this thing in Assassin's Creed where you can press the left stick, or L3, depending on what system you're on, and everything goes black and white, and it can highlight certain special objects, people, or enemies around you. After Lara barely escapes the tomb with her life, she then gets up, and then we walk to see a beautiful view of the island and the game's title. And now it's time for Lara to find the rest of the crew. After walking a bit further, she finds an old camp from the crew and her friend Sam's pack, in which she finds a bunch of supplies and stuff from. Then she takes shelter under a cliff and tries to set up a fire, and there's just luckily one match left. I mean how lucky can you get? How lucky can you get? And look at that, it lights immediately as if there was gasoline dumped all over it. Just wow. Anyways, then she finds the camera that was in the pack and starts to watch what Sam recorded on it. One of the videos Sam had recorded on there was an argument between Lara and one of the crew members, Dr. Whitman. Dr. Whitman believes that they should go into this country to look for this ancient city of Yamatai, but Lara believes that they should look someplace else since no one else who searched there has actually found Yamatai. After much debate between the two, the captain of the ship decides to side with Laura because, as he says, she's offering fresh ideas and a plan. Now, after looking back at all of this, Laura thinks that the shipwreck is her fault. Next morning, Laura needs to hunt for food because she's starving, and that's not much of a problem at all because this corpse has a bow on it, and Laura can get there easily thanks to this tree that just happened to fall in between those two trees right there so that she can get to it. Just wow. The death of a deer later, Laura gets in touch with the ship's captain, Roth, through a walkie-talkie that she found in Sam's pack. Roth tells her to meet him in an abandoned village on the island. After walking a bit further, Laura finds her friend Sam, who's apparently met a man named Matthias, who, it's clear, he's not completely trustworthy at first. After Sam and Matthias start to talk a little bit more, Laura falls asleep and then wakes up and they're both gone. When she looks for them, she ends up running into the rest of the crew of the ship, who agree that they both must split up into two groups, one to look for Sam and the other to look for Roth. But then Laura and Dr. Whitman run into some bad guys, and then Laura gets caught and her bow taken away, and then is almost executed with her fellow crewmates, until one of them escapes, and then they all chase after them to find the rest, and Laura's told to not move, but, you know, you do move. And this is the part of the game where the stealth kind of gameplay is introduced, but I'll get to that in a second after I finish talking about the story. After you get past all the bad guys and whatever, you find Roth, who's been attacked by wolves, so you've got to patch him up with a med kit. After you do that, Roth wakes up, and him and Laura both talk about sending an SOS signal through the island's radio tower. When she reaches the control center, it turns out to be busted, which means she's got to climb up on the radio tower and send the SOS manually. And it's that high. Yeah. After she sends the SOS, she needs some sort of signal so that the plane can actually see them and come down to rescue them. After she signals the plane, as soon as it comes in, it gets struck by lightning, which now begs the question, are these storms that keep happening random or intentional? So that was the game's story so far. I don't want to spoil all of it because it's pretty good. Now I'm going to talk about some other things. First off, the combat. It's a third-person shooter, and the weapons that you use consist of an assault rifle, which is one of my personal favorites, a semi-automatic pistol, which is pretty good for deadly headshots, and a shotgun, another one of my favorites because it's so powerful and just kills guys pretty much instantly, and a bow, of course, which you're probably going to use for stealth a lot of the time. Now to talk about the stealth, which is, in my opinion, just alright. There are certain sequences in the game when you're going to need to use stealth, but otherwise, when it's just regular combat and you can approach with stealth, just don't even try to approach with stealth unless you want to, because it's just pretty much useless. The reason why is, if you sneak up on a group of guys and kill one of them with a headshot, then hide immediately after, they somehow automatically know where you are and will begin firing at you or whatever you're hiding behind. So it's just kind of weird, and I mean, you should really avoid it or use it if you want to, in my opinion. Another cool mechanic in the game are the base camps. They can be used to unlock skills, upgrade your weapons, or even fast travel to other camps that you've come across, so that way you can actually explore all of the island if you've missed something in the past. Another thing you can do in the game, of course, is the tomb raiding. Essentially what the tombs are is you just walk in, solve a puzzle, and then you get some artifact or valuable something. So it's pretty straightforward, really. Also, this game is action-packed. There are so many sequences in this game where you're just running and everything around you is crumbling or blowing up or catching on fire, and it's just chaotic, that it's obvious that this game likes to be over the top. Oh yeah, and did I mention that this game has an online multiplayer mode? No? Oh well, it does. And it's not that good. This mode is obviously not the star of the show. It's got a few fun things about it and a few that aren't, and the connection, at least when I played, was a bit wonky. So yeah, like I said before, it's just not that good. So yeah, that was Tomb Raider, and overall, I thought it was a pretty good action-adventure game, aside from the alright multiplayer mode. I give this game a 9 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you really did like it, please subscribe, like it, or leave a comment about any game that you might want me to review or play next. I've got a new series of videos that's coming soon called A Day in the Life. That'll be my next video. Once again, thanks for watching.